Hi, in this week's video, I want to talk about finding your passion or discovering your purpose. There's a lot of information out there right now, and it seems to be all the rage, all the buzzwords that are going around. But I've got some bad news for you, and you're going to want to pay attention because I'm going to give you a really great tip that's going to help you out if you're on this quest. About 10 years ago, I started to crave something a little more in my career. I had a great job, I was making great money, I was in a good relationship, but I was just kind of feeling this urge for something different. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I read the book by Poe Bronson called What Do I Do With My Life? And he interviews all these people that are living their dream and following their passions to figure out what's the answer and how do you know what you should be doing. I read through this whole book, and then the whole sum of the book is nobody has the answer. So then I'm like, well, shit, now what? So I still kept paying attention to what it was that I really liked it and what lit me up. And I just started to follow that a little bit more. I started journaling, and it all comes down to self-awareness. You have to be open to change. Nobody's going to just give you the answer, because you may even think you have the answer, and once you really start digging in, things change. You realize, well, I don't like this aspect, but I like this aspect. So then you just keep moving. And it's this continual process of zigzagging. I mean, I'm even doing it now in my own business. I left that corporate job to become a coach because I love helping people. But even the vision of what I had for myself when I started is so different from what I'm doing now. And it's evolving. A year from now, I see much bigger things for me. So just know that it is truly a journey, and you're not going to have the answer. You just have to be willing to be afraid and keep learning and growing. So my one tip for you is to start a Light Me Up journal. I want you to keep track of every single thing that makes your heart race just a little bit more. I don't care how small it is. If it's a conversation with your girlfriend, if it's when you're out gardening, if it's when you're at a networking event or you meet somebody cool and you're like, oh, I like what they do, I want you to write every single one of those things down. Over a span of time, you'll discover or may discover that there's actually a common thread between those. And then that is where your answer is. There's one thing I can guarantee you. Nothing is going to happen if you're not willing to do the work and take action. So if you're happy where you're at, go ahead and stay there. But if you're craving more, you have to do the work. I want you to take action. Besides creating your Light Me Up journal, head on over to my website and grab your free copy of The Savvy Girl's Guide to Discover Your Passion. It's one of the first steps I took in figuring out what it is I wanted to do with this next phase of my career.